Here we go. New day, new stream. Taking a break from working on my own app because it's kind of boring. And instead, we're probably going to spend about an hour or two recreating something from Dribble. This is kind of cool because it has like some charts in there. So you probably can't see it all opened up. We got these charts, and it might be okay. It might be fun to use the SwiftUI charts to replicate this. I don't know if too many people have done streams with that technology. Obviously, like anything we build today isn't going to actually work. We're just doing the design. We could probably knock this out in like 30 minutes, maybe. Yeah, some of these are way too much. Like you'd have to just pick one screen for us to do. Pretty easy. We could probably build this in like 5 minutes. So that's not one we're gonna do. Here's one with charts. This one's okay. Calendar. I do like this one. We've got that. What's it called again? Is that what it's called? Neomorphism. Now that I've seen the others, this one's a little bit too like 2000s-y web design, you know. Let's redo this one. Hope everyone's okay with that. We're going to go with iOS. I'm not going to bother with multi-platform. What are we going to call this one? Fitness app, maybe? I'm just going to go -neo. So we know which one it is, because I'm sure in the future we're going to do some more of these fitness apps. I'm not going to use core data, and we're not including tests. It's just SwiftUI. Go next, and I'm not creating a Git repository because I've already got one. I'm just going to drop it into the one we already have. And then we can drag this across, and now we have Xcode ready to go. We've got a little simulator over here. Let's make this bigger. How do I do this? I think what I'll need to do is like squish this up a bit. No, make it big, maybe? We've got to kind of like put it somewhere where we can see it, where you can see it. Which one? I do like the idea of recreating that dial. Maybe we'll do the whole app eventually, yeah? Like all these screens. Let's go with that dial. Dial side first. And what I'll do is we'll maybe we'll rename this. Let me zoom in. Squish this up. Yeah. And let's rename this to something else. So let's call this dial view, I guess. And then maybe in a future stream we can do the other ones. We'll see how quick we get through with this. Okay, so we start out with this little hello world thing, which is what every app begins with. Let's just start with breaking up this screen into smaller views, and then we can move these into other files. So let's actually create groups for this, right? Dial, and then we'll put the dial view in there, and then inside we'll put all the supporting views for this dial view. Yeah, it's having issues. Okay. So this top view, we'll call this the header, right? Dial header view. And then we'll throw in the body. Whoops. Cool. And then at the top, it looks like we've got this H stack, V stack thing. So it's like, we can go either way, I think. Now we'll go H stack, and then we'll put in the V stack for the first section. And then after here, we've got our image, right? So we're kind of like recreating this section of the app. So inside image, we kind of need something to go in there. Unfortunately, like Xcode doesn't give us photos. So we're probably gonna have to try and grab one, I guess, unless we replace it with, let's just throw in a screenshot of some sort, right? Let's just grab this. I'll grab my little wombat thing over here. Can we drop that in there? Yeah. Okay, let's rename it something easier. Profile. I'll put a folder here for the dial view so we can put all our assets for that in there. I know that there's like preview content assets we could use, but we're not like shipping this or building it, so we may as well just use a regular. It's gonna be fine. I want to make this single scale. Where did you go? Can we use the... Yeah, there we go. So we've got that. It's gonna look a little bit messy, but at least there's an image there. My dog's going off again. Yeah, in here we've got What was it called again? I've already forgotten. Profile. Cool. And we need to replace this. So we've got a V-stack up here. So let's just throw in that header real quick. Dial header view. We've got a little profile pic there. No, he's stopped. I was about to go. Okay. So the next up we've got I guess let's just keep filling this out, yeah? So we've got our text and we've got morning Jessica, and this will be I think we get multiple lines automatically. Let's just see how we go. And then we got a text thing here that says let's get started. I don't know if I'd actually have that on the it's just the design. I think if they went through actually building this as a product, they'll probably find that this top section isn't great. Like, I don't think it looks great, but I'm more interested in this middle dial, right? And these buttons on the bottom and recreating that look. Especially like these dots around the edge too. I wonder if we can do that in SwiftUI without using images. And there's a few levels, like a few layers, a circle within a circle within a circle. Right, so we'll mess around with that. I don't think I've done anything like that before in SwiftUI. So the top, the main font is going to be like maybe a large title. Yes, maybe title. Let's go with that for now. This body text is fine. Let's do an alignment on this, and we'll just go leading. I think that looks pretty good. I think it seems like there's a spacer here, so we can push these things apart. Yep. And we need to do a bit of padding. Some people like to throw the padding on like up here. I've got two minds about it. It doesn't bother me too much. I think it makes more sense to have it here, even though it adds more noise to the main view. I think it's important because this is the kind of thing you will probably be adjusting most often. Like, you'll get this right and perfect how you like it, but then you'll be like, oh, we need to set this to like 5 or 4 or whatever it's going to be. Which I think it makes more sense to have it on there. And I think that's the way Apple does it too, right? So like you get a text, you get like a text. They don't do the padding for you. You have to do that yourself. So treat these as like drop-in items that you don't control, right? Like anything that you use to compose your view, pretend that this is like locked off to you, and then, you know, any adjustments you need to make will be done in the main view. It also makes it easier for you to share this across other apps if you decide that that's what you want to do. So for the image, I think the image kind of looks okay. It's a little bit slightly too big than what we've got on the design, which is okay. And then it looks like we've got some spacing here, which is quite large. We could 10, no, 20. Kind of looks okay there. And the text, is that bolded? No, it looks like it could be a semi-bold or something, right? Yeah, it's a little bit better. And then there's some weirdness going on with like pushing this onto the next line. Do we care about that? Do we want to do that? Let's go with a clip shape on this, and we'll just go around a rectangle. And we'll set, I'm not sure what the corner radius is. Oh, it's quite large by the looks of it. I mean, that's almost there, right? Maybe 15. Let's just go with that for now. And then we've got, I mean, that looks okay. We can resize this, so we can say resizable. And then we can go in and we can say like fit, scale to fit. And then we can set up. Ooh, we're gonna set a frame on it, I guess. It was okay before, but the thing is, like, if we were to switch out the size of the profile picture, it would just get big. It wouldn't. So before we were relying on, like, when we're like this, we're kind of relying on the size of the actual picture that I took a screenshot of, which was over here, right? And so it's always good practice to like set an actual size on these images. Otherwise, they're going to change depending on the actual dimensions of the image. So Probably want to just go with a width. I think we can get away with just a width and then nothing else. So we can set this to something like... I mean, that's almost... maybe 50. Your room is amazing. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've spent a lot of time getting it set up, and I'm still not completely happy with it yet. What we got? We need to top align this in the H stack. So if we go alignment, top, yeah. So that kind of works better. And we got this gap. Like we need to make this spacing larger because it looks like over here that's sort of what's going on. Which will push this text down onto the next line. And the way, like, we could say we could set a frame on this and say the width, or maybe we could say max width is like, no, minimum, it would be the minimum. I don't really like doing this kind of layout though, because if you set something here and you say like, I just want this to be, well, you see how it went on to the next line. If you're like using a much smaller, if you're using a much smaller device, it could look weird. Like you might start finding that, let's say you've got like long names here. Setting a minimum width on this spacing area here might actually break up that text as well, and that's like not what you want. I'm not sure how to make this flexible and then force this onto two different lines. I guess the, you know, what you could do if you've got your data coming in and you've got you know, you'll have the name separately, right, to the word morning. It's not like your data structure is going to have that as their name, unless their name actually, first name is morning and the last name is Jessica or something. So what you would do is you would probably do something like you would have morning and then you would wrap, you know, you would have, hang on a second. This would be like a property you'd pass in. So hey, you know what? Let's do that. Let's do it that way. So let's go name, right? And then we'll pass that through. And then up here we've got name, and then we'll just go right. And then that lets us put it on a new line. Let's do it that way. So we'll add the new line there, and then yes, it drops down. And then of course we need to go multi-line text alignment, and we go leading, and then that'll push. You know, align it all to the left. So the next thing we've got is, it looks like we've just got some text and an image. So I think what we can get away with is just throwing this down. We can just go like foreground color on the entire view. And it's this blue color, which we don't have yet. So maybe we add a new color. Let's see how that works. We've got a dark appearance too. I don't think we'll be doing dark today. We'll just go with whatever automatically happens, right? So we've got our colors. I think from over here, if we change this to, what do we got? Nope. Show color panel. That's what we want. So we want hexadecimal, of course, because every designer gives us hex values for our colors. And then we got a little pop-up window here. Let's grab this and we'll grab the color. Let's grab it from maybe the tab bar or over here, because it's like a big chunk. When you go letters, it's easy to click on the wrong, you know, the colors are sort of grayed out. Got some translucency there. And I grab this value, this hex value, and we'll just drop it in. And we'll do the same for dark as well. Generally, I think on dark mode, you want the colors to be brighter, and on light mode, you want the colors to be darker. Actually, I think dark mode designs look really cool if there was like a neon aspect to the colors, because it's like this dark room and you got some, wow, man, what I really would love to do in a design is have like, when you go dark mode, it's like the lights have been turned on. So you got like a fuzzy, like a bit of a fuzzy blur around the text. I'll quickly show you what I mean, okay? It's a slight sidetrack, but let's see how we go. Hang on. Let's just set this color real quick, right? So what did I call this? I can't remember. Oh, it's color. Let's just go dial blue, because we're gonna have other colors eventually when we add more projects to... Are we going to keep using the same? No, this is just for the... Yeah. You know what we could do? This is an accent color, isn't it? So why don't we just set that as the accent color? That's silly to have what we've got set up there. I think that's... Yeah, that's probably the best way to go. Let's delete that crap. Okay, let's go back. And then we can get away with just going accent color. I keep thinking that we're going to have multiple apps in here, but we're not. We're going to have the one app, but with multiple different screens eventually. If we get through this really quick, I'll go on to building these other screens. But if we don't, that'll be another stream. So we go in here. All we need to do is just go .accent color, right? And I think we'll get the blue. Yeah, that's it. That's blue there. It works. It's kind of hard to see. It almost looks black, doesn't it? That's okay. But yeah, so the idea I had, right? So to go back on the other side track, I was thinking if we had something like this, font large title. Oops. And then let's say we preview this in dark mode just for a second. You can see how dark that blue text is, right? Because I think what we should be doing, if we go to our accent color, this should actually have any and dark. And then on dark, you come in here. And like generally what I do is I'll just bump up the brightness, like on whatever color it is, right? If it's blue, just go a little bit more blue, and then we go back to our dial view, and then we've got some let's switch this again. See how it's a little bit brighter than it was before, and I think that's good. And so this neon text, I was thinking how can we make this look like it's a light turned on? So I was thinking in dark mode we'll make it sort of neon. This is just a side experiment that it's something I want to do in another app eventually, right? And I think we can get away with, like, I think we would double up the text, and then maybe you add like a blur, maybe. You see what I mean? Like, and then it's kind of. So let's say this is white. Maybe we set this to foreground color, and we say like a teal, perhaps. I mean, it looks like shit there, right? But this is kind of sort of my theory. Maybe if we put a background on this, and then we say like rounded rectangle, let's say corner radius is like 10, and then we go stroke style. No, we'll just go stroke border, I think. And we say a line width of I can't spell, width of say 1. Let's put some padding around this, right? And then like, what if we blow this? No, you need that hard line in there too, right? So you can't just be like, I don't know, you kind of get what I'm saying, right? Like in dark mode we've got like this kind of blurriness going on, and it's like there's a light on, and the center, this should actually be reversed. I think we have the background blur and the center will be the bright color. Yeah, I think it looks better with a slight. Let's zoom in. I'll show you what see what I'm saying? I don't know, is it dumb? Oh, I can't scroll around. That's the best you're gonna get. You're gonna get this little corner piece down here. You can see how it's got a little glowiness to it. I want to make an app that kind of uses that idea in dark mode, and then you know the outside's got to be the same too, right? So we'd have to have a Z stack in the background to show that off. Let's just do it really quick, and then we'll move on. Working? I think I see something there. Am I? could be wrong. Oh yeah, it's got a bit of a red going. Yeah, okay. Okay, it's not as strong, is it? So what if we go line width 2? Yeah, you can see a bit of the red. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. We've got a nice neon red outline. And then we've got some text in there. Let's change that to pillar radius 5. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's cool. I don't know. That's just me. Let's delete that. Let's delete all that. Because we're not here to replicate that, are we? We gotta, yeah. Let's drop the dark mode and go back to what we had before. Okay, so that's the header. Down here, we'll just put a spacer so we can push everything up, so it looks kind of cool. It looks much better. Oh, we also got to do a background, right? So we've got this padding. We want to do the background after the padding. And I think we need to set this to ignores safe areas, right? So let's grab this color. What do we got? It'd be really nice if we had like a color picker for in here. I wonder if we can. I wonder if we can do that. Modifiers, background. Yeah. We go color. See if we can change the color. It's not letting me. Is that a thing that doesn't exist? Hello, what is the program of today? Oh, yeah. So we're just going to recreate something from Dribble. I found this design. I thought it was kind of cool. Try and get this the shadows and highlights. This Neomorphic design on this one here. We're going to have a play around. Some people say don't use spacer, instead use frame with alignment. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah. So, at the moment, I'm just throwing this in here for now. So, are you saying we could do this down here too without this? Because we've got like a split we need to keep. I wonder if we probably need to use a spacer for that, right? We couldn't go left and right. But yeah, up here, I've just thrown this in just to push this up for now. This will go away because we'll end up filling the area anyway. So, space was like a nice quick way of doing that. So in here we've got. Wait. Yeah, we'll send the background color. Yeah, it would be nice if there was a way to choose it from over this side. I wonder if maybe there's do we get an option to change it now? Red. Oh, okay. We do here. So that's interesting. So we get. Interesting. Okay, so if we got the V stack, if we got the cursor in the V stack. Yeah, okay, so if it's in here, we don't get it. But if we have it outside on the row for the background, we get this little drop down. If we hit custom, come on, give me the, yeah. So it looks like when you first go custom, this thing disappears. This is kind of what I was after, right? I wanted to grab this picker and I didn't want to have to go back to setting up in assets. So basically we just want this gray background. That's all I was trying to do. Right, and we got these values in here ready to go, so that's great. And then I think the header looks fine, the background's good. Let's keep moving. So we've got our dial header view. Let's just get rid of that and then we'll drop it in as a new file. Dial header view. And just to get it out of the way, because I'm pretty happy with how that looks. We would pass in an image as well. Should we do that? Sure, why not? You know, do it properly. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, let's get on to this dial. So let's go for that. So dial. Oh, we've already got dial view, haven't we? We got to call this something else. Let's call it dial. Okay, that's fine because that's exactly what it is. It doesn't matter. So in here we go body again. And then let's throw this up here. So we can start seeing it show up in the preview. And let's do a refresh. Come on. All right, cool. So in here, oh, this is gonna be a tricky one, isn't it? So I'm thinking we're gonna start off with a Z stack. That's my feeling. And then we'll just have all these circles, right? So I'm thinking, oh, okay, where do we start? So the one at the back's got to go first. And it looks like the very far back one's going to be these sort of dots around the edge. And I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. We could probably draw lines from the center going out. Or we can try a circle, but use the stroke, but make the steps shorter. So like, for example, I think this might be the best way to do it. If we go circle, and then we go stroke, because you can only do fill or stroke. You have to, if you want to do both at the same time, you have to like stack them on top of each other. So this black circle you're seeing will disappear as soon as we add a stroke style, right? Stroke style, and we want this long thing so we can do something with it. So line width, it looks like the line width it would be the depth of the line, right? So we're thinking, I don't know, maybe this will be, let's go with 10 and see how that looks. I don't think we need line caps. I don't think we need line joins. Miter, nope. Dash is what we're after, right? So let's say we go with 5 or something. And then we need a phase. This is kind of close. What happens if we change the phase to 20? Nothing? I think that determines... Yeah, you can see on the side here, we've got this little issue with the gaps there. I think we can fix that if we go like... How do we fix that? What's the math on this? Oh, it doesn't matter. Let's get these fixed properly. So we got the 1. No. I haven't done this in a while. 10. How far apart are these things? 20? It still seems too many. What about 30? Okay. And what if we go... How do we fix this? I feel like this phase thing is what's going to solve... If we go 31... I need to get another dot in here. You can see on the right it's missing. I don't know how to use this. There we go. Does this phase thing do anything? Let's delete it. How far into the dash pattern the line starts? Oh, okay. we don't quite need that. Cool. So, I don't know. Does that look about right? I'm not going to count them. It is offset though, isn't it? Like it's not. We can rotate. Don't worry about it. We can rotate it so that these are lined up correctly. See, they're not quite on center. But I'm happy with that. Let's add some padding up here. Push that in. Oh, okay. How do we fix it? How do we fix it in place so that when we like scale it, it keeps the same number of notches? Oh, okay. Might have to set a frame on it. So make them thicker. Be nice if there was some sort of even distribution with these. I wonder if my previous idea of just drawing lines from the center out would be better. And we set you know, we go with the radians or degrees, and then it'll always work. Because this is basically a line, right? It's treating it as a line from start to finish. It's not radial. My math is so rusty on that sort of thing though, so use geometry reader and I think set your dash count, its width or height maybe. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Yeah, that's a great idea. Let's try that. It's kind of cheating a little bit, isn't it? I don't know, maybe. So if we go geo size width, okay, maybe. Oh, it might. You know what? It might work, but it might not, because when the size changes, we might still get that weird offset thing, right? So yeah, it's still there. Oh, wait. It's getting closer. Almost not. That's it there. If I remove the padding, will it remain? Oh no, it still messes up. Let's do it the proper way, which would be to draw those lines. I think that would be the right way to do it. I mean, this gets us there, right? And then I could say, oh, this is fine. For the sake of the stream, but anyone watching this will be like, oh, I want to do this kind of clock sort of style, and then they run into the same issue, and then they're like, oh, I wish he had shown me the other way to do it. Let's give it a go. Oh gosh, this yeah, all right, let's do it. So instead of a circle, we need to draw some lines in here. Oh man, and we're still going to need that geometry reader, aren't we? We have to draw some shapes. And we'll have to have a for loop. Okay. Alright, we're gonna do some maths. Alright, hang on. We've got this, we've got the Z stack. This is exactly what we need. So I'm gonna push this down. So maybe we can use that as a bit of a guide. I don't know, we'll see. And how many of these things are we gonna have? We've got how many there's about 7, I think, in between. So we're going 8 per quarter, right? So 16, 32. So we need 32 of these things. So let's say, well, we don't need 32. We need half that. We need 16 because we're doing both ends at the same time. So unless I just draw from the center out, I think that might be actually be easier. For index in, let's just try this. Is this correct? Have I got the for loop incorrect? No, I don't know. Cannot be used with the result builder. Oh, okay. What we got here? Is this going to complain? Okay, cool. So we need to draw a line, right? So I think, do we get lines in... No, we don't. So, you know, the other thing we could do is probably like just get a bunch of dividers and rotate them. Oh gosh. Let's just see what happens here if we just throw this in immediately. Int type double, yeah. Hey, we got something going on. That looks kind of cool. I like that. That looks kind of cool. It's going to be, if we're doing degrees, I think we need to do something with 360 here, don't we? No, almost. Oh, we can make art. Look at that. Making some good art. Okay. Okay. What am I doing wrong here? Looks amazing. Well, there you go. If you want to make some some arty backgrounds and stuff, here we go. This is what we got. I'm trying to work out in my brain like what's it trying to do right now. We've got the first two. We've got sort of like the cross section here. The little ones in between are a little bit off. I think what we need to do is, I think we need to do an addition here, maybe. $360 divided by, I wonder if radians will be easier to work with. Nope. Start from 90, you reckon? Get rid of this. Getting there. Okay, this sort of makes sense because it's like, we need to do. I think I got an idea for this. I think we need to start. I think we need to do it for, like, say we go 360. How do we use this as the for each? Because I know with like the regular for loops we can skip. We can say, oh, we want to skip every 10 items, and then we can draw a line. That's sort of what I want to go for with this. I think. So maybe we need to do an if, right? So we go if. Because we're doing it for every single one now. So it's like if index, what is it? Let's do it every, what do we say? It was 32. What's the math on that? I guess we just do it mod 32, maybe? I think we're going to have a little bit of it. There's going to be a bit of a rounding error. And then we drop one of these in. And then maybe we can chuck in the index directly. Is this dumb? Is this gonna work? Type in can we use a Boolean test for instead of replace index? I don't know. Oh, we're getting something. Fascinating. We want to do it if it does equal 0. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Okay. Here we go. It's a little bit weird because I think if we divide 360, 360 does not go into 32, right? So we could. Value of type double to expected argument type int. Yes. Oh, give me something. Why are we failing here? Percentage unavailable for floating point numbers used truncating. Okay. It's freaking messy. Come on. Come on. Cannot call. Yeah. I know that. What have I done? I'm missing a. Okay, here we go. All right, so these are these equal? Yeah, these are equal. Okay, so we're kind of there. We need to do more. A lot more. Okay, hang on. 2.25. Is that it? Nope. I think we're almost there. $3.75. Let's try that. Nah, 3.25 was a bit closer to what we were after. Okay, sorry, almost there. One more. Oh gosh, I think it's 2.8125. 2.8125. I was incorrect. 2.25. Let's see if this works if we take away the padding. Yay, look at that. They stay in one spot. I think we cracked it. Alright, now that's with divider. Let's get rid of this so we can get a better look at it. Oh yeah, dividers are really weird. Let's go with a rectangle. And we need to set a frame on this, right? So we need to say width is 1. Okay. Man, the divider did work a little bit better. This is kind of what we're after though. And if we were to say like a foreground color and we set it to the accent color, we get that blueness. I'm gonna go push this across somehow. How do we... And it's still... I think if we start adding more stuff in here, we might be okay. So like if I add a circle... Yes! Okay, so it sort of recenters it. Oh, we're getting there. We do have a problem with it extending further out than it should be, so maybe... Yes, mask it. Yeah, that's a great idea. So let's do that. Yes, so I haven't done that before, so I know what we can do is we can set... I think we need to set the mask on this, not on the circle that we're going to be using, right? So if we set alpha channel for the given view, let's try this out. Yeah, so let's cut it all out. We want to mask the outside though, not the inside. We need to invert or something, don't we? I don't know. I'm gonna mess around with that a little bit later, okay? I want to get this stuff done. So this circle has we've got the fill we need to set, which is this color here. So let's just grab this and throw it up the top. We've got let's just create an extension. Yeah, let's just create an extension down here for color. Background gray. Give me background gray. Excellent. And then in here, background gray. Come on. Oh. Okay. Yeah, masking that thing's gonna be a bit weird. It'll be a bit tricky, I think. Oh, we don't mask it, we'll do a clip. We'll do a clip, right? So we could do like a clip shape circle. And then I think what we could do is like set a size on this maybe. I don't know. It doesn't let you. I'll work this out later, don't worry about it. It might be... Screw it, we'll work that out later. Do we even need the geo reader anymore? No, let's get rid of that. Unnecessary. Realign everything. Okay, so we got a circle in the middle. So for this, I think what we'll do is we'll set a... I think we need to do two shadows, right? So the shadow... Hang on. Give me everything to play around with. Yep, because we have to do the offsets as well for this. So the color... We'll go with... We'll go with gray for now. Come on. Oh, it's not going to because we haven't got these things filled out. The radius, I don't know, 5x. We want to go push it this way. Let's go 5. And we'll push it down 5. And see what we get. That's okay. And can we do another one? And we'll go, I don't know, white, but do it in the opposite direction. Almost gets us there. I think there's definitely some more fiddling around with we got to do here. Maybe make these a bit softer. Might need to do the white twice, you know, a couple of times to... It's a bit of a... I think the offset needs to be a little bit more than that. And then what we can do is try and bring it back a little bit. We'll fiddle with these values later. I think what I might do is have them as like a... stick them up here so we can change them all at the same time. So if we go let shadow X and we'll say 8. Let's set the offsets the same for both X and Y. For now. We've got 9 up there. Do that for now. Oh yes, we need to... I think these are these floats? I think they are. Gonna stop complaining. Nope. What are we looking at? CG. Okay. Okay. That passes, I guess. And then we need to do an inset of some sort and do another one on top of that. Maybe reverse mask can solve that. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. But I hear what you're saying. I think... Because I know we can get mask. Does it give us an option to... What is a mask? This is implying that there's a mask type. We don't need document... No, of course we don't have documentation for that. Mask this view using the alpha channel beginning view. Yeah. I'll work that out in a minute. I might have to just go read some documentation for it, but that's okay. In the meantime, let's keep building these stacks. And I think we've got one more we need to do. And I think what we need to do here is also do can we do an inset of some sort? What's going on? Sorry about that, I got rid of the canvas. I pushed a shortcut. What can we do here for the layout? I guess we're just, oh yeah, it's padding. I'm an idiot. It's padding. That's what we do. Okay. And then we got one more, and this one does not have the shadows. I think this is the actual dial, and it looks like we've got 2 colors here, so we'll have 2 more. And the padding on this one's going to be larger, so we could almost... I wonder if it's best to, because I really don't like using, magic numbers and stuff, even though I've got that up here. So I wonder if we can get away with doing it this way. Oh, isn't that interesting? Why is it doing that? Oh, because it's not the fill. Got it. Let's change the fill. I'm getting confused. I'm confusing myself now. Yeah, okay, so the padding there doesn't seem to work, but if we go padding here on the outside of that Z stack, and then we get it, right? So we've got the main background, and then we've got a circle, and then we've got another circle, and then we've got the this content here, and I think that's correct. And so instead of doing a fill on this needs to be a stroke, and we need to set a stroke style. Stroke style. Ooh, give me all those parameters here. And I think we'll go with, like, let's say we'll go 10. We need to set a start and end, I think. I'll work out how to do that in a minute. I think it's those other parameters. Let's start with this for now. Stroke. What have I done wrong here? Oh, I didn't pass through the... Yeah, okay. So there we go. I don't know, 10, maybe 12. And maybe we set the padding to, like... in a bit further. This is looking okay. And then on top of this, we have some text. I think I'll throw it into this Z stack just because it'll be pushed in a little bit further. We might even get to the point where we'll just do it again. Put another Z stack here, because I don't like having, those padding numbers in there and everything. But behind the scenes, SwiftUI has a default anyway, I guess. So inside here we have a V stack, right? And inside this V stack we've got some text. So let's just go with, we can pass that through, I guess. So we'll do the right thing. Pass through the goal, some more text, and we'll go, what do we call it? Like, well, it'd be steps, I guess, wouldn't it? Let's make it an integer for both of these. And then when they come through here, what we could do is, like, do some number formatting as well. So, like, for different parts of the world. In here, this would just be the steps. And then underneath that, we'll go text, and we'll just write steps. Cool. And then we need to come back up, and we need to add these values. So for the goal is 10,000. And the steps we have 7, 5, 4, 0. Cool. Okay, that's working okay. Let's add a little bit of padding. Oh no, let's add padding to the middle one. It's a bit better. This font will be... It's almost the title font size. Almost. Let's go bold. It's pretty good. I mean, that looks kind of identical, right? Okay, and then so, and another reason why we're passing these through is because we want to set the ring to whatever these integers are, right? Because like if we just had strings here, we'd have to convert them back to integers and then use those values to. So it's best to pass them through as integers. I think it's pretty easy to do what I'm looking to do with this. I think I might have to look it up though. So we've got 75. So it looks like it's going backwards. This design, right? It's going around backwards. So 75.4. We can do it that way. I think it actually probably looks nicer than having it go clockwise. But to make this work, we need a separate view on top. So this one here, the color needs to be... Ooh, we got to set the... we set the foreground color on this? Oh, better hide that one. No, we don't need background gray. We need this gray. So if we scroll down, we go another one. We'll go static let. Let's call it foreground gray. And I think what I want to try and do is grab... I don't have a color picker. Dang it. All right, hang on. Let's go back up here and do the exact same thing. We've got that set. That's interesting that shows up. Let's go custom. Yes, the thing pops up and then it disappears and you have to click it again. Annoying. Let's select in there. We might actually reuse this gray for the shadow as well. We'll see how that goes. I'm gonna grab this, undo all that, and then throw this down here. We'll set this to foreground gray. Cool. Shadow color. We'll mess around with these too. These should probably be private. It doesn't really make much of a difference, but it's always good to like notate your code like this. So if someone else comes along and reads it, they'll go, okay, this is only for this. They are lets, like they can't be set anyway, right? Unless, you know, for on init, but we've already got stuff preset. Like people are smart enough to know, oh, you know, this isn't meant to be accessed from outside anyway, but we'll set it private to just confirm that. And I think we need to call this a highlight color. And for now, we're just going to go with white. And I'm going to throw these in and we just go shadow. Oops. Shadow. Oh, here it is. Shadow color. And we might move these into another file. And then that way we can just reuse. Like we wouldn't have to set these values. We can hide it away. So we need to remove this. This is the highlight. That's dumb. Hang on. Why did I? There we go. It's a little bit more subtle. I think that's what I want to do right this second. So just give me a second. I want to I want to throw these in there. Get them out of the way. Cool. this one as well. Just clean things up a little bit. Even this can be moved out as well. Let's call that spokes view, spokes like on a bicycle or something. What am I? Oh, I need more coffee. Yeah, that's what I need. Yeah. Spokes view. I get the feeling we'll probably end up filling these up a little, maybe just a little bit more. So let's get rid of all. Yeah, so we moved everything out of there. This one here is going to be the progress. It's like a progress view, right? Do we have access to a progress view we could just use? And we can change it. You know, change it to a circle. Maybe we just steal that idea, right? Configuration, what does this do? Progress view style configuration. Does it give us anything? Oh, not really. Can we bend it? Can we bend it around? I swear, I'm pretty sure like SwiftUI has one of these available. Linear progress view style? Circular progress view style. That's what we were after. Can we just use that? And like not have any of this? No. That's the one that just keeps... You can see it there, just running. That's linear. Oh, all they've done is just taken the UI kit things and just reused them. Oh, man. Can we warp stuff in SwiftUI? It would be nice if we can just like curl it around itself. Like a shader or something. Oh well, let's make our own. Maybe there is a way, and I just don't know what it is, but that's fine. We can get this going anyway, I think, with this stroke style. I'm just gonna do a little bit of a... Oh, let's commit this code real quick. Let me find... Because I should do this as we go along so that, you know, you can go over it and take a look if you want. Right, that is pushed up. And yeah, like the link synchronization with remote failed. Oh, okay, I'll go do a pull first. Yeah, don't worry about that. Imagine if I just lost it all. Hang on. I stashed and then I reapplied it. I almost clicked delete stash. That would have been painful. Alright, that should be up there. Probably named it the same thing twice, but that's okay. It's because I had changes on the remote. I went through and updated the README. Just, you know, removed a single piece of text from it, and caused me grief. That's okay. All right, so let's pin this. So this will always stay here because I think what we're going to be doing is jumping into some other views. So the spokes view, I'm fine with the spokes view right now. I'm going to drop that into another file. clean things up. All right. We'll go back to the dial view. Circle views, they can go as well. They're good enough. So yeah, so the main thing we want to focus on is this. These things. So I'm just going to pop open a search browser thing just so I can see, because I just want to do this quickly. I don't want to stuff around with trial and error on this. Okay, well, not what I was looking for, but interesting enough. There is a thing here called... There's a thing called trim. Like... Which is interesting. Sorry for the sidetrack. I did say I want to do this quick, and now I'm just like fooling around with other stuff. From 0 to... What does that do on a rectangle though? It says on the circle, so check this out. Oh, it was like 0.5 or something. You set a... Oh, interesting. 0.1, 0.01. Look at that. That's interesting. Recently discovered you now binge watching your streams. Keep it up. Oh, thank you so much for saying that. That's great. I'm glad to know. I'm happy to know that I'm doing the right thing at the moment. When you're starting out small like I am, it's difficult to know. You don't get much feedback, but that's awesome. Is it true that Melbourne has more European look than the rest of Australia? Yes. Yes, it does. Very, very much so. The rest of Australia is very, it feels a lot more country town than Melbourne. Melbourne is very European. Especially a lot of the old cathedrals and stuff are based on that. And they're all over the place. And the streets, like a lot of them are all cobblestones and stuff too, so which is really, really nice. And we've got, you know, like in the city, there's like cafes on every corner type thing where you can just sit out and have a drink. All the pubs kind of spill out outdoors as well, so it's not like all contained within the building. And you can drink sort of like just out front of the restaurant, you know, with traffic going past, people walking through and everything like that. That kind of style, yeah. There's a complete alleys that have like, you know, the umbrellas and stuff over the top, and you just walk down. It's just food. No cars can go down there. Yeah, it's pretty good. I actually haven't been into the city for a while, and I live about 10 minutes away from it. I think this doesn't quite get what we want. We kind of want it to be... Oh, wait. From... What if we did like a negative? No. Wait, to negative? We go from the outside in. Okay, you know what? Screw it. We're wasting time. Let's keep it as is, and we'll just go back, and I'll figure that thing out in a minute. And maybe I'll just come up here and just do like a massive padding on it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, hey, where'd my design go? Let's get that back. Will this make everyone happy? We'll just leave it like that for now, and we'll come back and fix it. At least it kind of looks more like what it's supposed to. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay. So, next steps. Yes, that's right. I was googling this. Give me a second. Let me go back. Draw. Yeah, we want to draw an arc. That's basically what we're trying to do here. And here's some instructions, I think. Oh, we could use a path. Yeah, we could use a path. Circle also has this trim and this rotation, and the stroke. Let's go with this code and see how we go. Let's get rid of that. Where are we? It's this one, isn't it? Yeah, it's this one. That padding in. This is interesting. We've got... Remove the trim, remove the rotation for a second. What else is it complaining about? Oh, because we got the padding there. Let's throw this on the outside. Okay, so we've got... Why have we got two? We removed the frame. Don't care about that. It's interesting. It's giving us two. We don't care about the color. We want to keep that to that blue color. Okay. Trim. Oh, this isn't really quite working out. We got the stroke here. We need to get rid of this. That's why. That's our problem. Okay, here we go. All right, yeah, I was doing it twice because I was calling the stroke in there. All right, so we can make this work. So we need to do some maths on this trim, I guess. So if we go, I think if we go 1 to 1, it'll be empty. If we go 0 to 1, it's full. And I think that makes sense. So we can adjust the goal and the steps. We can use these two values in here to trim that up. And it's going the correct direction as far as this. So, and if it wasn't, we can just do a flip. Rotation, yeah, degrees 90. Okay, yeah, that's what we could do to change that, right? Yeah. Okay, so we'll keep the 90 in there. The line width is something like, what we got? Up here we've got 12, so let's just add 12. The padding is 20, so let's add that so it lines up with what we've got underneath it. And then I think what we need to do is just get rid of these dashes, right? I think we're set. That's good. Okay, and this is like, it's got the butt. it's got the straight edge on there. So if we change this to something else like round, we'll get a nice sort of rounded edge. But you know, we're replicating the design, and you know, designers get really annoyed with us if we mess with it too much. I think that's it. So let's pass these values through so we can use it, and then I'll put this in another file. And hey, if you want a freaking dial that you can use, drop into your app, you'll have one after this. Oh, this is kind of the separate view. I wonder if we can reuse... No, you're just gonna have to steal this code here. Okay, so let's go with... Oh, okay, so... This is full. How do we do this? We got to do a division by like 100 or something, right? So we've got to do... I think 1 is correct. This value, we need to get a from... This needs to be based on the goal and the steps, right? So it'll be, I think it's... Is it float? Is it CG float? What are you gonna make me do? Doesn't matter. Is it steps divided by goal? Is that what will give us the correct expected argument? CG float, yeah. Did I do that the wrong way around? Yeah, let me work this out real quick. I have to do this every damn time. I know there's like a formula and everyone's probably got it memorized. how to do percentages and crap. I'm not very good with that, so. Come on, give me something here. It's like everyone watching me struggle. The pressure to get this right. And of course, if I repeat the same action twice, it's definitely going to work that time. Okay. Oh, wait. No. I'm just doing some maths off screen on a calculator, just in case anyone was wondering what the hell was going on. What is the value of that? Because I should be getting this with that maths. What if I put... I'm in a complete loss. Okay, hang on. Oh, okay. Maybe this will help. You got trim, end fraction. The fraction of the way through the drawing the shape where the drawing ends. Hold up. Maybe I got these the wrong way around. Goal divided by steps. Do I need to set these as both? Okay, so there was something weird going on with the conversion from int to floats. That's okay. So what if we... Okay, this is kind of what we want, but it's kind of like the opposite, right? So I think maybe if we switch this to... Yeah, and then from 0 to steps. Yeah, I thought... Yeah. From 0... Yeah, that's sort of what else... Yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for here, right? But we need to take into account what the goal is to make that work. Because it's got to be a number from 0 to 1. And then I think all I need to do that. So we don't even need the rotation in there anymore. Oh man, did we do it? I think we did it. So if I change this value to something like you know. We don't want to start there, do we? We want to start at the top and go around. So if I come back, so we almost got it. If that's the case, it'd probably be the opposite way. It's gonna annoy me. I'm gonna flip it the other way. So I guess what we could do is like We've got the rotation there. With minus. Yeah. Yeah. Let's give that a go. No, that doesn't work. Let's try it the opposite way here, right? Nah. I hear what you're saying. Because if it starts at 0, then we can make it go backwards, right? And it seems like that's not the case. It doesn't let you do that. If you go into the negatives, it just doesn't draw anything, it seems. So we got to do something with the rotation to make that work. Because it's flowing this way, we kind of want it to flow back the other way. And I think what we need to do is like invert, like flip the... So instead of doing a rotation, I think we need to do like a... What is it? It's not... What is it? Rotate? It's not rotate. Oh, yeah, scale. Duh. Scale. Right? And then we just do a little flip. Right? What do we got here? 90? Is that correct? I think that's it. I think we got it. And then if we change this to like 75, yeah, it goes back the other way. Okay, we solved it. Done. Yeah, scale -1 to flip. Yes, that's it. Just used to thinking in UI kit and then like doing the, the transforms and stuff. Okay, we're done. So we now we kind of need to fiddle with these shadows and stuff because that doesn't look quite right. Let's see if we can get this going. I might have to look up, see what someone else has done as well. What was this again? Dial. All right, let's add that. Just going to say it, but I think the design is flawed and the progression should be clocked. Oh, you tell that to the designer. Yeah, I've had many meetings like that where I've been like, you know what you're asking me to do just isn't possible. And then and sometimes if it is possible, I'll say, you know what, people don't do this. Like this isn't a design that people would expect to see in an app. And they go, oh no, you got to do it as a design. It's too late, change now. So we do it, and then users complain, and then, hey, a month later you're back to fixing it. I don't know, I'm just a developer. I just do as I'm told, What do we got? Yeah, okay. So let's refresh this. I think, yeah, we're still working on this dial, aren't we? No, we are working on these circle views. So we got this thing pinned, and then we can mess with these shadows and make these changes. So I know that there's a little bit of a trick to making it appear this way. You can't just set the highlights and the shadows. There's some other little fancy thing you got to do. Like maybe we need to put an edge on them first. I don't know. Tighten up the radius. It's already looking good-ish. It's pretty close. And I do like the background color, like that other gray that we're using on top. Oh no, not this one. The shadow color. This is that. Actually, I think we need to set this as the foreground gray. Yes. I mean, that looks pretty good. What do you all think? Do you think, is that good enough to move on to something else now? It's pretty close, right? Close enough? Yeah. I say we can probably move on. Now looking at this progress bar is probably a little bit too thin. The scale, like the perception of that might change if we shrink this down a bit. It feels like this dial is much bigger. I'm satisfied enough with that. I think let's just do these buttons and we'll actually just steal this. Ship it, yeah. Cool. All right, so let's go with, let's quickly do the bottom section. We won't do it the tab bar. The tab bar is pretty simple to do. Let's go back up here. We've got this spacer we're going to get rid of, and then we're just going to throw in H stack of these views, right? So H stack of V stacks essentially. And in here we've got like an image. Let's go system name, and then we'll call it, let's go with, what is that? Let's go, what can we use? Let's just go with a globe. I think that'll work. And then we've got some text, which is the like 4.7.75. Let's go with that. And then text, which is kilometers. Cool. We'll set this to a title. Excellent. Foreground color will be accent color. And then we need a background on this. We got to do some padding first, of course, and then we add the background. And the background, rounded rectangle, corner radius. What do you reckon? Looks like it could be another 15 or something. Put these shadows on it, I guess. These values, oof, what were they again? We've got another background gray. We've got a foreground gray. That's confusing. The highlight color is white. The shadow radius was something like 3, I think. The offsets, I can't remember now. 8 and yeah, so 3 looks great. Oh, hey Dave. 8, 3. Yes, shadow offset is 8. 8, 8, 8, 8. And I think we need to set the fill to, we'll go background gray. Yeah. Oh, look at that. It's perfect. Okay, so let's do this right. I had a little bit of time, but that's fine. We're gonna give this a name of maybe stat tile, I guess. We'll call that view, and we'll throw this down in here, and we'll pass through like the image. We'll pass through the, I don't know, value, I guess we'll call it. It looks like we can probably use a float there. We're not doing any calculations on it. Let's just pass through a string. Who cares? And then measurement, I guess. I don't know. And then in here we can just go replace that with the image. Replace this with the value, and then down here we will put the measurement. And then we'll just put a H stack up here with our stat tile. Right, you could do a for loop, I guess, or whatever. Let's pass these values through. So we've got, what was it? We had globe. We'll just go with that. The value was 4.75, and then the measurement was big K, little m, apparently. Hi, sir. Hello. Yeah, that works. Right, spacing. Let's do some spacing. Okay, where are we at? An hour and 40, and we've got sort of something going on here. Yeah? Oh no, what happened to our spokes? What happened to our spokes? Hang on a second. Ooh, what have we done? We gotta fix this. I feel like this is going to be a problem the way we've got this set up. I think it's because we pushed the view up a little bit and it's kind of may have shrunk things. So this hard coding this value of this padding is kind of dumb. I don't really know what else we can do to fix that though. Because I kind of... We'd have to get the size, maybe the size of these inner circles or something. Let's just go with that anyway. Yeah, like we said before, we'll ship it. I think we've, I think we're done with that one.